Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC Wildcard matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
We got this.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player. Great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back. But now, I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first.
Set, hut, motivation. 2-6. Watch 54. Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On second and 11 now. White. He's got a first down and inside the midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. 22, Jet, cover. 22, Jet, cover. 55, set. 55. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike 55.
From the shotgun, here's White. And he'll find Hall. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Bell. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go. Mike 55. Check 55. Get in the way.
Now on second and 16, White. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
White's pass, throwaway and incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 43.
White looks to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 30 base. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. General West. Let's go.
This is Hunt on the draw play. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Go, go, go.
Now White. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
55 Mike.
Out of the gun, it's White. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Hall. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry by Bell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That's a good shot. Buddy up.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And some room to maneuver. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete. It's Bell. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check the backer, check the backer. Wide, get wide.
Here's Johnson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Jets have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Let's go.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Come on, set.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Godwin. Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Ready up. 36. Switch. Coaching spell. Hey, orbit.
On 1st and 10, Godwin. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jordan Willis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Bravo.
Looking to throw. Godwin buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Yeah, let's go set lunch. 54, go! 54, Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Not today, you know. Not today.
On 1st and 10, White. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. White. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Kill, Katie Weber. Hayward. Mike 54.
Now White. Escaping the pressure right. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Throwing on first down. Godwin. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
3. Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's Mike. Go on. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch the safety creep. Check 26.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. To throw on third down, Godwin. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Go. 3. Hey, Charlie. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Out. Check 20. Hard. Ready.
Off play action. Godwin. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On third down, Godwin over the middle, complete. That's Richards. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Godwin. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a jet touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know The best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Godwin going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jordan Willis getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on third and long. Godwin, incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. White going to throw again. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check, 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 check. All day, baby, all day. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. All day, pump.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's White. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. White now to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Hey, check right. Watching your five. Ball shot. Dude, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Bell. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Garner. Check 31. Check 31. Check 13. Check.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On 4th down, right. And that is going to be incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
30 base.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Godwin being chased out left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
We got that.
From the gun, Godwin. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Pilot, 64, weak. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check. Fresno. Hey, Sam off. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go now. 54. 15 on it. It's a party now. Whoa. Watch safety creep. Man. That's it. Safety's creeping. Back.
To throw is White, operating from the gun. Flush to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
52's the mic.
Now White with a 1st down throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. It's a party now.
The play fake, now White. And he's got it complete to Anderson. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Off play action, here's White. Open man is Anderson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the slant.
Now White throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Back to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Hey, Wahoo! Fight!
On 4th down, Godwin. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Ready, 2, 152. We want this. Okay, take it out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go, defense. Out time.
Off the play fake. White. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
To throw from his end zone. Godwin, he's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw from his end zone. Godwin, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone.
Down. 10-2 stop. This is 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Switch up. Switch up. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.